right, you guys, welcome to Spark It Up Sports, your one-stop shop for all things football and all things marijuana.
I'm Big Steve.
And I'm Johnny.
And we're coming to you from our home studio in Pacific Beach, California. Welcome to episode 19. Another great week for you. We had, NFL Week 13 last week and NCAA Week 14 review.
Yeah, but that only felt like Fight Night Round 5.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable action. Fights all over the place. We're going to rank them later in the episode, see how it is. For our blunt break, we got the sluggers again. We got a new flavor, though. What flavor are we doing?
Got the bubble bath. Nice sluggers bubble bath. Couple different flavor notes in there. A little bit of sass and gas.
Oh, sassy gassy. Hell yeah. It's got to be good, huh? All right, and then after that, we're going to do the NCAA championship week, all championship games, not as many games, but these are the games that mean the most. You get the bye if you win this, so we're pumped on that. And then we're going to do an NFL Week 14 preview. And then for the edible of the day, what do we got?
We got these Dabzilla 1,000 milligram chocolate covered Oreos. Hopefully they don't put us to sleep, but they look fucking pretty powerful.
Chocolate covered Oreos? I don't think I've ever had a chocolate covered Oreo before, so I'm definitely excited for this one.
These things look fantastic. Real tasty treat. We're going to go ahead and bust these things open. Ooh. All right.
They look dangerous, dude. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, they taste so weedy.
Super weedy.
Holy shit. We're gonna be high as fuck, dude.
Wow.
They taste unbelievably weedy.
Can't even taste the Oreo.
No. I feel like I'm eating weed.
Literally chewing on a brick of weed.
It tastes the Blano brownies, dude. That's what it reminds me of. All right.
Woo.
Little twist for this episode. We got our buddy from Boston joining us, Chris Puzaki, standing in at 6'5", 235 pounds, out of Boston, like we said earlier.
Ding, ding, ding on the stats.
There it is. Ding, ding, ding on the stats.
Fellas, thank you very much for having me out in the lab in PB. It's great to be back. Let's make some magic, boys.
Make some magic.
All right, we got a Slugger's blunt for you guys today. Bubble bath.
Fuck.
Real good taste. Spark it up, Sparky.
Let's go. Glass tip, like we said, always the best. It's legal where you're at, right?
Amen.
How are the prices? Terrible?
The trees are good. The taxes are high.
Right. I mean, I guess that goes with here, too. About the same.
So we got our buddy Poos in from Boston. Going to tell us a little bit about himself. Give us a little bit of his background. Poos, go for
Fellas, once again, thanks for having me. The story, when did this story start? Probably about 2013, I'd have to
I
say.
think it's Shore Club, right?
Yeah,
Would it be a Shore Club?
I believe I was looking up a couple of my security managers right here. Look at us now.
Yeah, look at how far we've come. Same shit, different day.
it. Same shit, different day. Evolved from doing dabs in the garage and playing FIFA to making a podcast now.
So many games.
I can remember countless nights leaving the bar, 2:45, 3 a.m., biking it over to Big Steve's.
Yeah. What a house.
I mean, we're talking 6-7 guys huddled around, dab rig, FIFA going.
And I think like the trend every time we were there was do not touch the dab rig. And how many people touched the fucking dab rig?
I got a dab wound.
We still has the wound. Like, insane.
So we got scars to mark those good times for sure. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt. All right, so you played some college sports, huh?
I did. Division III, Emmanuel College, great Northeast Athletic Conference.
Ooh, Northeast, huh?
Yeah, but we had some great times. Definitely wasn't the number one choice school, but let me tell you, fellas, you take the ride that's given to you.
Oh, yeah, that's
this
right.
is a good opportunity for the youth. Don't be slacking on those academics. They come back and get you.
I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, you're in high school, you think academics don't mean shit, but they sneak up on you.
Sneak up on.
Definitely know about that for sure. So when did you move out to SoCal, or what'd you do after college? What were your moves?
College, so believe it or not, freshman roommate in college was from San Luis Obispo. Family had a house down here in Mission Beach.
Oh, hell yeah.
Came out for a spring break. That was it.
Right? Game over.
The clock started ticking, and we knew 3 years from now, let's get this degree, let's get on a bird, and let's settle in.
Hell yeah, that's right. I did the same shit. I visited my sister. Next thing you know, I'm like, all right, graduated. I drove out here a month later. So there's something to say about this beach and where we're living. Like, it is special, magical shit happens here that should never, ever happen. So
one of the biggest reasons us three became such close friends is sports. We all love football. We all love hockey. Poos is one of the ones that introduced me to hockey, and that's where our friendship began. And it's one of the roots to the show. So, in true Spark It Up sports fashion, Poos, gives your sports background.
So, yeah, collegiate athlete, like I said, basketball, but growing up, it was, youth hockey.
Yeah.
Just too many early mornings. Shout out to mom and dad for all your help along the way. And yeah, I will throw in, I was the goalie on a silver medal winning Connecticut State Games.
Flower power?
Unreal.
Hell yeah. I was never fortunate enough to play hockey as a kid, but growing up in Chicago, I definitely followed it. I went to a couple of those nice games with you too while you were in Vegas, and let me tell you, those are some of the best sports experience I've ever had in my life. Hanging with Frankie 2 Chainz, what an experience that was, and the people that you were able to meet out there,
so that's
unbelievable.
That's a good transition. Like I said, I worked in the industry with these boys, and then had an opportunity, took a risk.
Ran with it.
Went out to Vegas, consider myself a gambling man.
All gambling men.
Yeah, so we went out to Vegas, like I said, left the industry, took a job doing personal security, account management, kind of a handler role.
Right.
Very blessed to the people that we met along the way, the cats, the characters. I mean, it was a movie. It was an absolute movie.
Literally, when I think about Poos in Vegas, I think of a movie. It was like you lived a movie for a few years. Absolutely insane.
And I've had the liberty of living in a few, world-class cities: Boston, San Diego, a little stint in Miami, and then Vegas.
I mean, I hear you on all those except for Boston. I don't know I don't know if I could ever live in Boston, but the other ones sound great.
Let me say, we had a couple historically great sports towns, and then a couple very up and coming sports towns.
Yeah.
Vegas since 2017, unreal. NHL, NFL, you got MLB on the way, and NBA is destined to be there.
Right, just a matter of time.
And then San Diego, I mean, you got, let's see, the Chargers, see you later. But I know a lot of investments into MLS, things like that, so things are definitely going in the right direction.
And it's the third or fourth biggest city in the fucking country, so let's get some more going around here. I honestly think the Clippers should have fucking came back here instead of building that dome in LA. I think it would have been better for them, but that's neither here nor there.
That's one Steve Ballmer problem away.
You're also a Raider fan. So how did that happen?
Like I said, it's been a long...
More bullshit, dude.
It's been a long, tough road. Grew up in a household. My pops was a New York Giants fan. Naturally, you clash with your pops a little bit. So I started following the New York Jets. Miserable 25 years right there. And then more or less, you get out to Vegas. I was there for the inaugural night season. The Raiders, they're coming to town. It's time to just get all in on
Stanley
Las Vegas.
Cup run in that very first year. Let's not forget.
We were there. We saw, tears coming down as Ovechkin hoisted the cup. But, once in a lifetime opportunity. And what do you know? A few years later, Golden Knights are getting the hardware.
The cup is ours. I got my cup right there.
Drink out of it. So my question to you, since you were a Jets fan and you are currently a Raiders fan, which team is better right now?
Right now, loaded question. Absolutely brutal. Put me on the spot. Gun to my head right now. Yeah.
Hey, this one's for Benny Boo.
Gun to my head, the Jets have some unbelievable playmakers. The Raiders, we have a couple good-looking draft picks coming up.
And we got Max fucking motherfucking Crosby.
Yeah, Max and
Max
Bobby.
motherfucking Crosby.
Yeah, I mean, I like that take, and I would agree with you. I think the Raiders are in a better position for the future. I think the Jets are the team right now, but Aaron Rodgers, who knows what the fuck's going on with him? Like, so I think, yeah, you're right being a Raiders fan right now for sure.
Yeah, if anybody's got a plug on the Boomers for Rodgers,
yeah, right.
Send them over.
Send them over. Get them going.
Ayahuasca enthusiast.
Let's talk wagers, boys.
What do we like? What's your favorite? You like parlays? You like straight bets? You like betting over unders? What's your game? Hate the under.
Tick, 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 tick. Nah.
Yeah, it's working. You want a water, dude?
Historically, yes. Historically, I'm a parlay man. Just don't quite have the ammunition in the tank to be throwing hammers right now. What will I bet on? I mean, there's not the...
What's on TV?
I'll be honest. I cannot not touch a Sunday slate, you know.
Gotta get on it.
Gotta get on it.
You know, I'll do everything but soccer. With that being said, did hit a nice Borussia Dortmund on the way out here. Yeah, we'll sprinkle in a little here.
Sprinkle
and
in a little soccer every once in a while for the boys.
But in terms of confident betting, came up with this during COVID. I call it the system bet. NHL period totals. It's typically first period 1.5. You're always betting over 1.5. Should you stumble upon an Islanders game where nobody's doing anything.
No goals at all.
Yeah, don't bet the Islanders. I'll just leave it at that. Second period, the double down.
Right, yeah.
The goals will come.
Eventually they're coming.
If by the grace of God, you're still not there.
You triple her down?
Yeah. Third period, all in. This only really comes back to get you when you see a 2-1 final score is...
And how rare is that nowadays compared to like what it used to be? Super rare.
When you got kids like Caprill, the Thrill up in Minnesota, right. McKinnon, McCarr. I mean, the Golden Knights, they're pulling talent out of everywhere.
He doesn't score goals anymore. He doesn't score goals anymore. That's sad.
Yeah, shout out Corey Perry.
Oh, man, what a guy.
Funny story. Met him in a food court.
When he was actually a Blackhawk.
Met him in a food court hallway after a game one day.
So, yeah, amongst this crew right here, we have seen some amazing games together.
Oh, absolutely.
We did, Bedard's first year, we flew out. I believe it was the Hawks' first.
Bedard's first home game.
Hawks' first home game, Bedard's first home game in the United Center. What a thrill. For somebody who grew up watching, Bulls.
Right.
My God. Sundays, NBC.
And he scored the first goal.
That's it.
Goal of the game. That was
legendary.
Write the script. Like, that shit was unbelievable.
If I'm not mistaken, Big Steve did have a little ticket on
That's
that.
right. $20. It paid out well, too. But, like, this year, I've been doing the goal thing for him, and he's got 4 fucking goals the whole year. Like, what the fuck, dude?
All right, let's do a little bit of a transition. The show's about weed. We got a little fucking J right here. We're already sparked up. Poos is already feeling the effects a little bit.
California.
So, let's talk a little bit weed, Poos. All right, what's your favorite strain? What did you like to smoke on?
My favorite strain all time has got to be Headband. A hybrid. It's a cross between OG Kush, Sour Diesel. It doesn't come around as often as I'd like to see it.
I feel like some of those older strains that we know and love, like, you just can't find them anymore because everything's crossbred and whatever. So those strains are definitely harder to come by.
And I was going to say, probably about 10 years after I donned Headband, my favorite strain, next thing you know, Lil Wayne drops a track in there, smoking on that Headband, call that shit Paul Pierce.
Yeah, there you go. Our buddy from Boston.
Yes, anybody from Sam Adams or Harpoons here, will talk sponsorships.
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Now, I know that you guys, through this pod, you're smoking everything.
Oh, yeah.
consuming in different ways. It's something different every show. It's fantastic. That's why, tune in every week. You'll see something new.
Going on.
One of these days, somebody's going to pass out on this couch. I'll tell you that right now.
Many already did.
So what would you say your favorite method of consumption would be?
For me personally, it's dabs. I love dabs. I do 4, 5, 10, maybe 12 dabs a day.
4, 5, maybe 10, 12 dabs a day.
4 or 5 before he leaves the house. Yeah.
All right, now we can leave. Okay, we're good.
But yeah, dabs are definitely my favorite mode of consumption.
As far as me, like nowadays, I haven't been like smoking nearly as much, so I've been like all edibles, and my edible of choice has been which we did it on one of the episodes. I can't get it out of my pocket. The fucking mood sprays, 1,000 milligrams, 5 puffs, 5 milligrams of spray, like airplane, wherever you want them, you're spraying, you're getting down. They're unbelievable.
Beautiful.
So that like for probably the last 3 weeks, the only time I have actually smoked marijuana is here. Other than that, I've been only doing edibles only. So, but this mood spray is the way to go. Get you where you want to go.
How about you, Poos? What's your favorite mode to smoke?
Historically, it would be by the blunt, if you will. Just never was a joint man. If you have the arsenal to roll blunts regularly, I mean, I don't think there's a better way to do it these days. In terms of efficiency and economic purposes, it would be by bong. I mean,
right? Oh yeah, best banger for your buck, and you can taste it.
Yeah.
Do you rolling your own? You getting pre-rolls? What are you doing?
Hang on, I'm zooted. You don't have to cut that out.
It's going in.
This means it's working.
To be honest, boys, right now my favorite way to get high has got to be, in terms of bang for your buck, the St. Ides THC
Sorry, those are the best. And how good of a buzz is it from it?
That first night we were in Chicago.
Oh my God.
We were up on like the 26th floor. I remember looking out over the city. I crushed one of these teas. Thought I was gonna roll out the window. It was insane. And then we woke up the next morning. Like I said, it was just, this was actually, the Bears Raiders.
Yeah, the Bears Raiders
heading out to the tailgate. Here's another tea. You want to start your day with the tea?
Started with the tea, dude.
Next thing you know, we're just in this parking lot. It's just so many people.
That to this day is top 3 tailgates I've ever been to in my life. It might be a top 2 tailgate I've ever been to in my life. Like Chicago, fall, little brisk, but perfect weather. Sun was out. Like,
saw a dude dressed up in a full bear costume with claws.
With claws, dude. Absolutely insane. The amount of sausages we ate was off the charts. Like, it was fucking unbelievable. Man, what a game.
Introduce the people of Chicago to the michelada. It's a fantastic time.
Whatever you do, don't. I remember walking these guys. I'm gonna walk
street,
2 blocks
dude.
this way. It's like,
One thing about Chicago is like you want to know where you're at all times, so you don't go in the wrong direction. And I'm just gonna leave it at that about Chicago.
There's a lot of wrong directions.
There's a lot of wrong directions in Chicago, so know where you're at, know where you want to go. And we didn't, so we went back to where we came from. One of my like favorite weed stories is back in 2011 or 12, whenever we were working at Shore Club, old roommate Paul Bolano makes these brownies. He makes a tray of brownies. There's probably at least 2 ounces of weed in it, and he didn't strain any weed. He just put like
every seed, every stem,
every seed. It was all in it, and we ate all of them.
There was no telling, the potency on this side, that side. We ate by day. The sun was out. I vividly remember the sun being out. We were hooping and just keep going. And it was as the sun went down.
Oh my God.
I think I hit that dab rig probably 6 to 8 times.
Not 12. But yeah, dude, those they were so bad, but they worked so good. So it was like kind of evened out. But that story fucking hilarious.
That's one of my favorite all-time, absolute all-timer.
Just crushing brownies, dude. Crushing. I think we had like sandbox pizza too, and they had that good buttermilk bliss.
There were some parents there, I remember, who did not know that the brownies were Blano's famous brownies. Just
famous.
Unreal.
Oh, shit.
All right. Poos, you got a little funny weed story for us, or is that that was the story?
Right, yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
That was it? All right. So Poos was actually very lucky this week to be able to be at in L.A., and one of the biggest games in Notre Dame football history also happened in L.A. this week.
Recent history. We'll call it.
It was their highest scoring game.
Sucks.
It was the highest scoring game in their history. Am I right or am I wrong?
Couldn't tell you.
It was. It was the highest scoring game in USC versus Notre Dame history.
Oh, USC Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Within that game, yes.
It was their highest scoring one.
Absolute shootout.
Absolute shootout. Great game. And Poos was in town for all the action.
Yeah.
Watched it comfortably from the couch.
Yeah. So, actually, did not make it into the Coliseum that day. Found myself at the Rose Bowl across town. I took in the cheap ticket.
Their bitter rival.
The affordable ticket was the UCLA Bruins, Fresno State.
How many fans were there?
I would say rough, I don't know, 25,000.
Damn.
No.
And mind you, it fits, what, 100K?
Yeah, I think it
easily.
right around 100K. I have taken in a Rose Bowl there. I don't recommend going to a UCLA game. Just don't waste your time. But back to the Irish. It was a great win. This was huge. First year of the playoff. Big implications. We just keep, as Irish fans, looking back at that second week against Northern Illinois and wondering what.
Here's my thoughts on that. Is like that game doesn't even matter. Like that loss, who cares? You guys are in the exact same position right now, whether you win the game or lose that game.
And I don't know if I can credit. We could talk coaching here. I mean, Marcus Freeman, this is year three.
Year three, yeah.
The notorious year three. Everybody, high expectations. I was really down after that week 2. I mean, and could not be any higher on the Irish right now.
But like that's what's weird about this fucking year is years prior with that loss to Northern Illinois, their season's over. So it's like when they lose that game, you're like, fuck, season's over. But it's like not so fast. This year, like everybody has 1, 2, 3, even some 3 losses about to be getting in.
Craziest year. We could not have been more blessed with this.
And we're just going to have unbelievable football coming up for like months. We haven't even seen the best of college football. The college football we've seen is like preempt to like what we're about to see. Like
solely set up by conference matchups and, your 1 or 2 games a year with your out of non-conference. Here we go. Let the bracket, tell the story. We're going to see some unreal matchups and couldn't be more fired up.
Yeah.
One of the things I've always wondered, Poos, where does the Notre Dame fandom come from?
Notre Dame fandom, that started way back. My grandfather, it's passed down. Come from a Roman Catholic family, but Irish football. They just in Irish football.
And like, how good were they? Like they were like we've never seen them that good. But before, we were alive, they were they were the school.
I was born in '90, and it all really happened right before.
Yeah.
So this team, super excited. Riley Leonard, I think he's perfect for the team. He's got a solid arm and great decision making. And mentally, I believe that he really wants to run first always. That just opens up. Opportunity for other playmakers. Jeremiah Love, 12 consecutive weeks with a touchdown. Unreal. And then I could kick my feet up and just watch these tight ends all day.
I mean, you might as well be tight end you.
Tight end you, Michael Meyer. Love the kid.
Cole Kmet, another one.
Unreal. And then, Mitchell Evans, John Mackey finalists this year.
They're like a tight end offensive line. You're getting good O-linemen. You're getting a good tight end.
And then don't even get me started about the man himself. I think he was destined for this job, Al Golden, defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah. He's crushing it out there.
Dial it up with Xavier Watts. Let's ride.
Urlacher's son out there balling too. We got a region rat out there, Drake Bowen, number 34. He's balling out.
Shout out to the Rats.
Shout out, baby.
With that steak and your steak and little stuff.
Quaker Steak and Lube.
Quaking Steak and Lube, baby.
Give him a tag in there.
So yeah, dare I say it, boys? Could this be the year for the Irish? Last time,
Fuck you, dude. Shut the fuck up.
I'm writing the storyline right now. Wow. Rudy.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Rudy.
Let him finish it. Let him finish.
No, in all honesty, the last time I said that this could be the year for the Irish, 2012, Alabama. It's 28 nothing.
That's what
at the
I'm
half.
saying,
Yeah.
dude. Every year's the year. That's the most no, dude. You sound like Vargas over there.
Disappointment
So
looming.
you guys are gonna get a bye, or not get a bye, but you're gonna play 12 because you're 5.
Right
So
now,
you're gonna play the worst team getting into this.
yeah, where we stand right now while we're recording, as we like to say, we have a show to do today.
Right.
It's looking like Notre Dame, somebody like Arizona State,
Right.
possibly a Boise State in the next round.
But you're home,
Home game
which
first.
is huge.
Home
So if
game in South
Arizona
Bend.
State has to travel to South Bend, this time of year too, is weather is a factor, especially there. Or those Northeast schools, or like if you're in the Dakotas. Well, there aren't any teams out there, but like weather is a factor now.
That's why when he was explaining this to me earlier, I was buying into it because he's right. Right now, the way the schedule does line up, they are going to get those home games. They're going to get not the best of the best. They're going to get the lower of the best. They're going to have them on the road. I think this actually does play out in Notre Dame's favor.
Yeah, until they play a good team.
Until they play a good team. But, I mean,
And then, like-
they're poised for a run is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're definitely poised for a run.
Just give me a
They
run.
could win one game.
Okay.
One game. I see them winning one game, and then like after that first round, you're down to 6 teams, and all 6 teams after that are fucking good.
That's true.
But like, and like, if Boise loses, then like who the Big 12 team goes in there?
Poos is a Raider fan through and through. We've seen many Raider games with them.
Black and silver.
Black
the
and
nation.
silver.
Let's go.
Part of the nation, baby. Let's fucking
That's
go. So what were your thoughts about the game this weekend? Big matchup, Raiders Chiefs, tough loss.
Simply put, on Black Friday, I thought we'd have a better outcome. Had an opportunity there. Really did. Made a ton of mistakes.
True Raider fashion.
True Raider fashion.
Remember how we said like misery loves company last week? It was great to see you boys at the end of the game completely fucking blow it. I couldn't have been happier. I didn't text you guys because, like, it sucked. I felt for you because the day before I went through it, but, like, I was so fucking happy when he snapped the ball and no one's looking. I was like, these motherfuckers, dude, it sucks to suck.
No
thing that sucks is
victory
this-
Monday. No victory Monday for anybody.
The second it happened, I knew it was instant karma for all the shit I've been talking about. But, I mean, still fucked up. Very fucked up scenario. This game happens, all right. Referee on the sidelines calling for a false start. They huddle
So
up.
the refs are cheating?
I mean, coming from they cheated on the block fucking field
did.
goal. They did. They called the fucking false start. They did.
They didn't call
They
the false
did.
start. No, they didn't.
They did. I'll send you the video.
Misery loves company. The down bad
He
boys.
calls the false
It's a
start.
down
Then
bad
they all
boys.
fucking come together.
Our teams are
all
so
of a sudden,
fucking
it's a
bad.
fucking
Our teams
illegal
are bad,
shift.
dude.
No one knows what the fuck happened.
Yeah, well,
JPJ is going
At least we
fucking.
fired our coach.
At least we're gonna get a number 1 draft pick. You guys already had it. You already had your chance.
You think you're getting the
You
number 1
already.
draft pick?
We will. We will.
I don't think Jacksonville's going to win another game.
I think they have a better chance of winning another game than we do.
No way. Not the way AOC was playing.
They
You
got
look good out there. You guys win that game if he doesn't make a mistake against a 10-1 team.
yeah, but we're gonna play the Broncos.
You're saying they're better than the Chiefs?
No, I thought we were saying what?
Huh?
So all right. So Jacksonville's got Tennessee.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They play in an easy conference. They got
the Raiders.
I still don't think they're gonna win a game.
Really?
Yeah, they're that bad.
Mac
Jones is playing.
Jacksonville's got Tennessee twice and the Raiders, and then the Colts.
Isn't Tennessee above you guys too? You guys are like third or fourth.
No, right? As of yesterday, we're second. We're second. Jacksonville.
If we would have won,
New York Giants.
Yeah, but we have the strength of schedule or whatever.
It's really sad that we're here, that we're doing this right now. But at a certain point in time, I just want to rebuild. This was, it was mediocre for like the past couple seasons.
Yeah.
It's been brutal. We watched extremely talented athletes come in.
Devontae Adams, Chandler Jones, fucking how many we can name a list of these guys? Fucking
did he even play Chandler Jones?
Henry Ruggs,
the Chandler Jones game.
Yeah,
Can't
absolutely.
forget the Chandler Jones game.
Yeah,
great game. I was on my seat going great. Great game. Fucking Bill Belichick. That might have ruined him. That was the game that ruined him.
Look at him now. He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's living the dream now. Living the dream.
He's banging Boston girls. So I think that's all we got from our buddy Poos today. It was nice having him on today. Hopefully he brings back Lollapalooza.
Yeah, Poozapalooza. Yeah, we're thinking 20-year anniversary of Poozapalooza.
Do it. We'll be there. We'll show up.
But no, fellas, the pod is taking off. I'd love to see it. I think we need to head out to Vegas, maybe get a room, room at the Bellagio, and live stream out there. Some big event.
That's the move. I do have one question for you. What's the weather in Boston when you're getting back tomorrow?
Heading home to flurries, 27 degrees.
Oh man!
So this is it. I'm gonna go catch some sun. Absolutely,
go get some rays.
Absolutely, grab a burrito.
One last burrito. Hell yeah,
fellas! Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah! Thanks for being on, man.
That was awesome. Thanks for coming on, dude. All right, NFL Week 13 review. We got a lot of games on this week, starting on Thursday.
Yeah, we're blessed. Thanksgiving Day, 3 games on Thursday this week. So we've had all kinds of football this week. First game of the day was Bears at Lions, which I know everybody saw because everybody watches these games. Bears lose this one in a fashion that only the Bears can lose one, 20-23. They've lost 6 games in a row now, and the Lions have won 10 in a row. So we're at the complete opposite end of the spectrum in the NFC North. It was a good game. The Bears played better than I thought they were gonna. At halftime, I thought the game was over. We came out second half. We were ready to go. We got ourselves in the right position again like the week before. And then at the end of the game, we leave the game with 1 fucking timeout left. I think not calling the timeout actually works out in our favor. Because if he calls the timeout and we lose the game, he's still our head coach. He is. I don't think they fire him. But by him not calling the timeout and completely
I see where we're going.
having another blunder at the end of the game, the Bears' hands are tied and you have to fire him.
Yeah.
You have no choice. So at the end of the day, I'm glad he didn't call a fucking timeout and we got the loss to get his fucking ass out of there because he's a fucking clown. He has the worst winning percentage out of any coach ever, I think, or bottom 3 for sure, not even close. Yeah, disappointing game. Hate to see it for Caleb Williams. He did have a pretty good game, 20 for 39, 256 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 2 to Keenan Allen, who was not as bum-like this game. He had a couple really good catches. One thing about Caleb Williams is his turnovers have not been there this year, which I love seeing out of a quarterback, especially a rookie. He set the NFL record with most consecutive passes without a turnover. That's 212. He passed Kyler Murray and C.J. Stroud, so that's good company to be in, I feel like. There was a scary moment in the third where I don't know exactly what he was doing, but he goes to slide and go out of bounds, but doesn't quite. And I think his hip's gone, dude. I'm like, oh, fuck. There goes his hip. We're fucked. But comes out 2 plays later, 31-yard dime to Keenan Allen. Love to see that. One note for this, Jake Bates for the Lions. He finally missed a field goal. He had started 19 for 19. Your USFL boy. Finally missed one. But he missed it because there was I don't know if you saw Jameson Williams chuck that ball in the dude's face.
Yep.
15-yard penalty, making it a way harder kick.
Can't be doing that.
Right?
Gotta
So
stay
as
disciplined.
everybody knows, Eberflus is fired. He is out. Thomas Brown, who was replacing Shane Waldron as the offensive coordinator, is now replacing Matt Eberflus as the head coach. He's the interim head coach. Okay. I love this for the Bears. I think this is a 5-game tryout for him. Everything that I have read about him, I like him, and I think he might be a great candidate for the Bears. Played college football at Georgia from 2004 to 2007, and after that, he got into coaching directly. He coached in college until 2020 when he got into the NFL, where he coached under Sean McVay for 3 years when they won the Super Bowl. He was an assistant head coach 1 year, and I've been saying it all year how much I like that Sean McVay coaching tree. And if he can come out there and get the team going, we might not have to look too far for a new head coach. The numbers speak for themselves too, compared to what they were under Shane Waldron and what they were under Thomas Brown, what they are under Thomas Brown. So these next 5 weeks are definitely going to be interesting. And what's better than a live interview? If he turns it around and gets them going,
you give him the job.
Awesome.
You think you give him the job for next year?
Well, it depends on what happens. Yeah. Everything I've read about him, that everybody says he's a great leader of men.
Okay.
So if you can get a group of men to buy into what you're trying to do, which you see the Harbaughs, all their players fucking buy in. You see Tomlin, all their players are buying in. Dan Campbell, you're telling me his players aren't buying in. They're fucking buying in. So that's what you need, I think, in the NFL, is to get these grown-ass men who are making millions and millions of dollars to buy into your system. So next 5 games are going to be huge for him.
All right, let's transition over. Giants at Cowboys, 20-27 win for the Cowboys. Cowboys end their 6-game home losing streak. Cooper Rush throws touchdown passes to Brandon Cooks coming off injury. Rico Dowdle runs his first. I forgot
he was with them.
Right? Real good receiving core over there. Rico Dowdle runs his first career 100-yard game, runs for 112 yards, and scores a touchdown. Drew Lock ends up getting the start for New York, replacing Tommy DeVito.
What a shit show it is over there.
Yeah, lots of what would you call that? C-star quarterbacks, maybe D-star quarterbacks.
You know all about that.
But Drew Lock had a lost fumble, threw a pick six, probably the highlight of the game. DeMarvion Overshown, dynamic pick six off a screen pass. He ends up tipping to himself, scores from 23 yards out.
They just can't find a quarterback. They suck. I mean, teams like that make us feel good. So shout out Giants. We love you.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, but not too much because they might end up with that first pick. So in your case,
just got to win one more game.
Just win one more, Giants, please.
DeMarvion Overshown also recovered a fumble earlier in that game off of Drew Lock and give Giants their 7th consecutive loss of the season. Tough day for the New York Giants. Both
they
of the
have
teams
the most
over there in New
consecutive
York.
losses?
Yeah.
Or do you?
I believe we do. We have 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
And we have 6. 6, 7, 8.
Not looking good.
Not good. All right, after that, to wrap up Thanksgiving Day, it was Dolphins at Packers. Packers win this one 30-17. And Miami can't win the cold. They just can't do it. We all know they can't do it. That's 12 regular season games in a row that they have lost when the temperature is 40 degrees or below. The last game they won in the situation was December 24th, 2016, and the temperature was exactly 40 degrees. I think it was 39. No way they win that game, but Jordan Love had a hell of a game. He only had 7 incompletions. He was 21 for 28, 274 yards and 2 TDs. And then Tua actually had another great game. Their numbers were awesome. 37 for 46, 365 yards, 2 TDs, but he was sacked 5 times. So that was not good. And I think it's because they just can't play in the cold.
No.
They got to get a Dan Campbell coach, a crazy coach who's you can play in any weather, but Mike McDaniel just can't figure that out. So,
no. All right. Friday game. We were blessed with a Black Friday special Amazon Prime game. Some people were shopping. We're watching football. Raiders at Chiefs, 17-19 win for the Chiefs. But goddamn, the Raiders were fucking close. Aiden O'Connell gets the start, tries to save the season series with Kansas City, but unfortunately falls just short. Great game out of the kid, 23 for 35, 340 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Sincere McCormick, our fill-in running back, has 12 carries for 64 yards. And Brock Bowers, the shining star, 10 receptions, 140 yards, and 1 TD.
He is currently third in the NFL in receiving yards for all positions.
And the kid's only dropped 2 passes the entire season. 2. Without a quarterback. 2. Raiders defense did its part to keep this game close. 4 sacks, 5 tackle for losses, 3 pass deflections, and damn did they play their hearts out till that very last minute. On the Kansas City side of the ball, Mahomey, 306 yards, 1 touchdown. D-Hop, 4 receptions for 90 yards, and the MVP for the Kansas City Chiefs, those zebras in the pinstripes, the refs.
They just know how to win, man. Chiefs just know how to win. Once again.
We've all seen it, this botched final play. Ball gets snapped. Dylan Parham ends up hitting JPJ on the shoulder. Ball gets snapped. Aiden O'Connell's not paying attention. Ball falls to the ground. All the Raiders are frozen because they hear a whistle. Nick Bolton falls on the ball. Chiefs recover. Game is over.
Game over.
Tough play.
Well, they call it an illegal shift, and then it was a lateral. So then it was a...
So the way it started is the ball gets snapped, all right? You see the referee coming in from the sideline. He's already rolling his hands to the center official like he's motioning for a false start.
No, what do they call?
They end up huddling back up.
Right.
And then they end up calling an illegal shift.
And then the pass backwards, and then it's a fumble.
Correct. So ideally, the play should have been blown dead off of the false start, if that was the call that they were going with.
Right.
They should have been 10-yard penalty, restart the play. Again, that should have been the move. If it was a false start. I mean, that's the thing, is that was what the whistle was for. The second you hear the whistle, all of the Raiders players stop. Chiefs guy ends up falling on the ball. So that's the whole scenario where you gotta look at it from both sides. I know it was a tough. It's very tough play.
JPJ losing his fucking mind, dude.
It's tough. I mean, because all the players are they hear the whistles. I mean, for us, it took me a couple replays of watching the play over and over, and a couple of people slowing down stuff online to be able to see this stuff. But yeah, I mean, the thing that sucks is that the Raiders instead had 3 opportunities to win this game. Carlson ends up missing field goals of 50+ yards, and he ends up getting
that.
Yeah, so he's set up to win this game. To be honest, it's a real tough look, but on the bright side, I'm glad they lost this game, because with the win here, they would have been pushed to the 6th. They would have been pushed to the number 6 pick instead of being in the number 2.
So you're thanking the refs.
In a way, I'm not thanking the refs. I'm thanking the outcome of the game. Thank you for the outcome of the game.
Thank you, refs, for the outcome of the game.
All right, next game. All right. Chargers at Falcons, 17-13 win for the Chargers. Kirk Cousins brings back his former dweeb self, 245 yards, 4 interceptions.
4 picks, not good at all.
Real tough day for the guy. Bijan Robinson on his other side, he had a great day for him. 26 carries, 102 yards, 1 TD. Justin Herbert still putting it together, 16 for 23, 147 yards. Ladd McConkey, 9 receptions, 117 yards, all in the first half.
Herbert only had 30 yards passing in the second half?
Yeah.
Holy shit, no wonder it was so close.
Chargers rookie quarterback Tareeb Still gets 2 picks, 1 for a pick 6. Chargers end up getting sacked 5 times, and one of them ends up being a fumble leading to a Falcon touchdown.
Oh my gosh, not good.
Falcons' last 2 possessions ended in interceptions when a touchdown would have flipped this game.
Crazy.
Is it time to bring in Penix?
I don't know if it's time yet. I mean, it's because we really don't know how good Penix is. So, does he understand the offense? Does he know? Can he audible? Can he do whatever? But Kirk Cousins throwing 4 interceptions, not good, and he's not as mobile as he used to be. I think that's the main issue. So with Penix in there, he can move a little bit, get out of those situations. So it might be time for that.
They're sitting at 6 wins in a mediocre division.
Oh, they're not out of it.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they're not out
of it
by any case, but I don't think 4 interceptions is going to get you there.
They've just put themselves in such a tough situation by drafting Penix, but I mean, looks like it's the time if he's throwing 4 picks. And the NFC South is trash. So
6 wins. I mean,
make the move. Get him in there.
To be honest, I think 8 or 9 wins is going to get you in. So
yeah, you're not even going to need a winning record. I don't think.
So 2 more wins, you're in. All right.
All right. After that, we got Steelers at Bengals. This was another great AFC North rivalry game. So like I said a couple weeks ago, I feel like the Steelers always play to their competition, and they did it this game because a few weeks ago they couldn't score a touchdown because the other team, it was like 16-13 game. Mm-hmm. This week, Russell Wilson goes 29 for 38, 414 yards, 3 TDs, 1 pick. So to see him do that, that's his third 400-yard game of his career. Like anytime you throw 400 fucking yards, that's impressive. He's now 5-1 as the starter after taking over for Fields, which Tomlin made the right move, and Fields did come in. They do have that package for him this week.
He slid right. He got
the first down, baby. He got the first down, then he got down. So he's out there learning. But Steelers are a wagon. I think they have the best record in the AFC North. Right?
Yeah.
They're number 1 in the AFC North.
Absolutely.
So they already beat the Ravens. So.
Twice, swept the series.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they play one more time.
They got one more, I think. Fuck. Vikings.
I think the
Lions play Thursday. Unbelievable game.
That would be good.
All right. After that, we got Cardinals at Vikings. Vikings win this one 23-22. Vikings win 5 straight with this one. They're 1 game behind the Lions. So they're keeping pace with the Lions, which is pretty impressive. And we could have beat both teams, which means we're good. Sam Darnold scores a TD with 1:13 remaining. That's 2 weeks in a row. Sam Darnold has had a game-winning drive. Like, are you kidding me? Sam fucking Darnold, who's never had more than 7 wins in a year, back-to-back weeks, game-winning drives. I absolutely love Kevin O'Connell as their head coach.
Shout out SDSU.
SDSU, awesome. The way he talks to the players is just you don't see that all the time. No. And if you watch the game, Aaron Jones, he had the fumble, fucking misses a catch, and they stick with him. And he's the one that scores that game-winning touchdown. You see him coming off the field, and Kevin O'Connell's the first person greeting him, telling him, "We had faith in you. Good job." Love to see that. Definitely great with with any players. He's definitely a player coach. It's getting best out of the players. Sam Darnold's stats, 21 for 31, 235 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions, so he's playing good. Kyler Murray did not have his best game, 31 for 45, 260 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, and those turnovers down the stretch are what really cost them the game. He was probably playing Call of Duty with you this weekend, huh?
Dude, some of those turnovers, I feel like he's just not. He doesn't even care. He just chucking the ball down there.
Dude, it's crazy. Crazy.
It's real mind blowing to see from the guy.
Yep, double XP weekend. So
gotta check the cat, man. Colts at Patriots, 25-24 win for the Colts. Richardson gets the ball in his hands for a late game winning drive. That's his second time in the last 3 games. Ends up throwing a 3-yard touchdown pass with 12 seconds on the clock. And Richardson ends up running in the 2-point conversion to take the lead. Shut the book on the Patriots.
I did not think they were going to score.
Right?
At the end of the game.
Neither did I.
And I was even more shocked that they passed it for a touchdown. Which, good for them. Good for Anthony Richardson. I think the benching is looking like it's paying dividends. Worked. Yeah, definitely.
Anthony Richardson had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in this game, and I absolutely love that they end up going for 2 in this situation, especially with those new overtime rules. I think it's a great call.
Yeah, on the road, you just go for it.
Go
Get
for
that too. They got it. And the 2-point conversion, you have plays picked. The already in your mind that you pretty sure are going to work.
No, and for them, they end up picking the RPO, and there was no quarterback spy, and he ends up running it in. So that's awesome to see. It's good to see that he's learning as well. Patriots did have a chance to hit a record-long
that
NFL
shit was way
distance.
closer than I thought it was going to be.
It literally just fell short of the crossbar.
Dude.
So.
These kickers are not that far off, which is like, it makes me mad because you got this kicker almost hitting a 68-yarder, and we can't go over 50. Like, literally, once we hit 50 yards, it's like, I don't know. That we got Seahawks at Jets. Jets lose another one. Seahawks take this one 26-21. Story of the game was Leonard Williams, who was drafted by the Jets, played for them, had a 92-yard interception return for a touchdown. No one was able to catch him. He had the whole convoy with him down the sidelines.
He was rumbling. He was bumbling. He was stumbling.
He also had 2 sacks and a blocked kick. His return for a touchdown was the longest by a defensive lineman ever in the history of the NFL. There was a kickoff return in this play, a kickoff return for a touchdown this game. And then the next play, the Jets get the ball and they're returning it and they fumble it right back to the Seahawks. So because they were up 21-7. And this is the biggest lead Aaron Rodgers has ever given up in his career. So it just keeps getting darker and darker for the Jets.
Sad to see. Sad to see for the ayahuasca enthusiast.
Man.
All
What's
right.
he going to do this offseason? He's in uncharted territory.
Might go straight for the crack.
This ain't cutting it.
Titans at Commanders, 19-42 dominant win for the Commanders. Jaden Daniels proves just how much better he is than Caleb Williams once again. Most probable offensive rookie of the year. 206 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown from the kid. Brian Robinson Jr. had 16 carries, 103 yards, and 1 touchdown. And William Levi, our trusty Titan quarterback, 212 yards, 2 TDs. Nick Westbrook-Akine, 3 receptions for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Washington was up 28-0, 19 minutes into this game, and never looked back once.
Yeah, I mean, you go up like that, you should win the game. After that, we got Texans at Jaguars. Texans with this one, 23-20. Story of this game was the hit on Trevor Lawrence by Azeez Al-Shears. It was dirty. He was sliding. He absolutely creamed him. He stiffens up like a board. He's done for the game.
Not good to see.
Yeah, the Jaguars players were right there to have Trevor Lawrence's back, but you really don't see that many straight up dirty hits like that in the NFL anymore. They've done a good job of getting that out of there, and he was ejected. I look for him to be suspended too after that, because who knows when Trevor Lawrence is coming back. And he has another hit like that earlier in the year, so that's 2 in 1 year. It's you can't be the only guy doing that in the league. Everybody else figured it out, and then you didn't, and that's just scary as fuck, dude. They're taught to slide. You slide, you don't get hit. He slid, he let himself go, and then you fucking murder him? Fuck.
Not good.
Not good at all. Joe Mixon had a great game. He had 20 carries, 101 yards, 1 TD. With the Texans, I think when they get their running game going, they are way better.
Rams at Saints game here, 21-14 win for the Rams. Rams stutter very much in the first half. Saints go up 6-0. Rams end up waking up in the second half with a Kyron Williams touchdown run, and Stanford ends up waking up with 2 touchdown passes late in the fourth quarter. DC, no longer MVP, gets a late touchdown pass to Valdez-Scantling and a 2-point conversion late in the game. Puka's touchdown puts the Rams ahead for the dub.
Yeah, Rams are way better when Puka's out there playing.
Absolutely. Puka doing Puka things.
Puka. After that, we got Buccaneers at Panthers. Baker does it again, gets a late overtime win. And I feel like no one really wanted to win this game. It was back and forth. No one took ownership of it. The biggest play, I think, for the outcome of this game was Hubbard. He had the late fumble in OT. They were in field goal range. So at least, you get points on the board. But after that fumble, Buccaneers go down, get the field goal to win the game. Baker, he's fun to watch, dude. And the way he rallies all the players around him, I love Baker. Mike Evans was back last week. He had a touchdown catch this week. I don't know if you saw it, but
absolutely.
It was a sick catch on the sidelines in the end zone. He's definitely a future Hall of Famer. And he's 35, 36? He's still out there balling.
Got a lot of years ahead.
He's big as fuck, though. He's about Pooh's size, so he's tall. Them corners can't cover him once he gets out there like that.
Eagles at Ravens, 24-19 win for the Eagles. Probably the best game of the weekend. Philadelphia's defense holds it down for their 8th consecutive win. Justin Tucker, the usual trusty steed for the Ravens, end up missing 2 more field goals and an extra point. Story of this game was Saquon versus Derrick Henry. Saquon ends up rushing for 107 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry only gets 82 yards and 3 receptions for 29 yards. I think the play of the game in this one is the Cooper DeJean open field tackle on Derrick Henry in the backfield. One-on-one, great hit, sticks him, pile drives him into the ground.
Oh, yeah, he got those legs, got him up, and pop.
Great hit.
Dumped his ass.
It's Sunday night, 49ers at Bills, 10-35 win for the Bills. This was a snow game. San Francisco was definitely not prepared for the cold.
Not at all. I mean, once they lost McCaffrey, they were not the same team at all, and it looks like he might not be back all year.
Nah, they're thinking probable PCL injury.
Yeah, see ya.
Not good.
And if they're not in the playoff race, he ain't playing. They're saving him for sure.
Josh Allen ends up having a passing, a rushing, and a receiving touchdown in this game. Very Madden-like stats for the guy.
Do you know who the last person is to throw a pass and catch it for a touchdown?
Actually, I believe I saw this one. Was it Marcus Mariota?
Yep, in 2017.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he threw it, the defender tips it back to him, and he ran it in for a touchdown. I think it's happened 4 total times. So.
I think he was a Tennessee Titan then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still can't believe he pitched the ball. And another thing I couldn't believe was they didn't call forward progress. Because he was getting driven back he was almost a yard and a half, and then he pitched it.
On the pass to Amari Cooper, the 3 guys converge laterals back to that. I think he timed it out perfectly because I think the guys weren't on him yet. They were about to hit him, and he's looking and makes.
I felt like he was already moving backwards. I'll have to watch it.
The other thing is this game was hilarious because every single time a player got the ball, they couldn't get their feet underneath them to start running.
No.
So it was you would stumble.
It was like watching ballerina.
Exactly.
Anytime you get the best athletes in the world playing on a sheet of ice, it is something to see. It is funny. And one thing they were saying is when the weather is like this, it's a straight line game. You go straight and then you do this. It's not you're weaving in and out. You're going one direction and that's it.
But speaking to that note, you know what? From watching that game, you know what was working? Every time they would run to the ball to the outside, they were able to get a couple steps ahead of them. So that way, once they finally hit that outside point, they could go full speed down the sideline. Right. And James Cook scored a touchdown off of it. Yeah. San Francisco ended up having big plays off of it. And to be honest, keep the ball on the ground. There should have been no passes in that game.
And the fumbles by San Francisco, the use check fumble on the 2 going in, terrible.
3 fumbles from the game, 2 missed field goals for them. And Buffalo ends up clinching a playoff spot.
Yeah. Unbelievable. All right. So since we're getting towards the end of the season, I've been ranking my top 5 teams of the NFL. I'm going to be doing it through the rest of the year. My top 5 teams as of week 14 or week 13. My top 5 teams after week 13. 1 is the Lions. 2 is the Bills. 3 Eagles. 4 Steelers. 5 Chiefs.
I like it. I agree.
All right, after that, we got the NFL MVP odds after Week 13. Josh Allen looks to be running away with it kind of after what happened last night. He's minus 250. Saquon Barkley is plus 400, followed by Jared Goff. He's plus 900. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts are all rounding out that, but they're over plus 1,000, so I don't see any of them coming back and winning.
Very
this
long
thing.
shots.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley down to those 2. Jared Goff is going to have a few really good games with some good numbers to be able to pull that off.
All right, college football week 14 review. Only one unbeaten team remains in the college football scene, and that is Oregon, the Ducks. Quack, 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 quack.
One lone standing team.
All right, Saturday slate, Michigan at number 2, Ohio State 13-10 win. Ohio was a 21-point favorite in this game.
Upset of the day. Michigan wins the only game they really wanted to win this year. You let them come in and beat you at home. Brawl at the end of the game. Michigan goes to plant the flag, and like Ryan Day just stands there. Like, what is he doing? He is not the right coach for Ohio State. I do not think they win a national championship under him ever. Like, they got to move on from him after this year. And, like, maybe, watch, he goes to play college playoffs and wins it all. But I don't think they can win it all this year. Not with him as their head coach.
To be honest, I think that's the only way he saves his job for this year is if he goes and wins a national championship. Yeah. And that's the only way. Otherwise, I think he's gone.
I don't think he can.
And
I literally don't think he can do it as a coach.
And unfortunately for them, knocks them out of the Big Ten title game. Sucks to be an Ohio State
unbelievable.
fan. All right, number 3, Texas at number 20, Texas A&M, 17-7 win for Texas. 109,000 fans at College Station.
So many fans. That place is amazing when they got a sellout going down there.
Arch Manning does his best touchdown performance with a badass run to the outside.
Might be a fucking Josh Allen out there the way he was running the ball. He was all fired up too.
Texas ends up heading to an SEC title game in their very first season in that SEC.
They'll be playing Georgia, so it should be a very good game.
All right, number 6, Miami at Syracuse, 38-42 win. Syracuse upsets Miami, knocks them out of the ACC title game. And the best thing from this game is the post-game interview. Coach Brown tells the reporter, Dabo better be thanking him for his spot in the ACC championship game. Would have been great if he just hits him with a dab and a walk.
See ya. Oh, man. NCAA college football playoff picture. We got championship games this week. So after this week, it is all decided. And we're going to know for sure who's where. My predictions are for the top 4 with the bye. Highest ranked conference winners.
All right. Heisman watch. Colorado wide receiver, defensive back Travis Hunter has this thing all locked up. Had a great performance this weekend. Scored 3 touchdowns and an interception. I don't think anybody's pulling this thing away from him. The closest runner-up is probably going to be Boise State running back Ashton Genty plus 750 odds right now. And the Miami and Oregon quarterback Cam Warren, Dylan Gabriel, they're both plus 1,000. I don't even think they're in the running. All right, fights of the week.
Fights of the week. Like, it was football weekend, but it was fight weekend.
It was fight night. Absolutely.
Yeah, these rivalry week games bring out, like, the fights.
The hatred.
The hatred. Like, it was crazy. There were fights in all of these games, or at least punches thrown. Michigan, Ohio State, North Carolina, NC State, ASU at U of A, Florida at FSU, Arkansas at Missouri, Auburn at Alabama, Notre Dame at USC, Texas at Texas A&M, and there was one NFL fight, Houston at Jacksonville. So we're ranking the top 5 fights from this weekend.
Yeah, number 1's got to be, let's start at the bottom. Start at the bottom.
Yeah, we'll start at the bottom. Number 5 is going to be Notre Dame at USC.
Yeah.
I'm putting this one at number 5 because it was a 1v1. This was not a team thing. But you saw that dude, the D tackle from Notre Dame. He winds up and he just clocks the USC guy right in the face mask. Nobody saw it except for the camera, so nobody got in any trouble. He didn't get kicked out of the game or anything. So that's going to be number 5 in the fights. Number 4 in the fights, we're going to go ASU at U of A. ASU wins this game, and I don't remember what the guy's name is, but he takes the pitchfork.
Samoan guy.
Yeah, and he stabs the middle of the U of A sign. And I think the best thing about this is the guy that did it played for U of A. So what a get back, dude. Like, you go to the other school and then you pitchfork the middle of their field. Love to see that. All right, number 3 is going to be North Carolina at NC State. At one point, there's stuff being thrown into the stands. I don't know if it was a shirt or a flag or what it was.
Pretty sure it was a flag.
Yeah, something went flying up in those stands.
He chucked it up there. And number 2, probably this Michigan versus Ohio State. Blood was boiling.
Blood was
Ohio State
boiling.
fans were not happy. Michigan.
They brought out the pepper spray in this one, so you know there was no control out there if you're bringing out the pepper spray.
Also, for this one, fines were handed out, I believe, $100,000 to each school.
Yeah, that ain't shit, dude. Like, fines aren't shit. If you got to do something to curb this, I think. And the best fight of this football weekend would have to be the Houston at Jacksonville brawl after Zaire's hit on Trevor Lawrence that knocked him out. The offensive linemen and Jacksonville players were not fucking happy, and they went after him. Texans obviously protect their players, but at one point, was it Shazier?
Yeah.
He has his helmet off, and one of the Jaguars linemen, he comes up, he pulls his helmet off too. So then they're gonna fight. This ain't like this college bullshit brawls where it's like strap up, then you go and get in the fight. He's like, let's go, helmet off, we'll fucking do this. So yeah, Houston and Jacksonville's taking the cake on the fights for me.
Absolutely. Definitely the best fight of the night. College Football Championship Week preview brought to you by our friends over at Negus Coffee Club. Comes in beans or grounds, has some fire flavor notes. The one we got here is the Ethiopia blend made with some fiery notes of berry and black tea. Real fire.
Real fire. You got that weed hangover in the morning, get your cup of Negus Joe and get on the go, baby.
All right, Championship Week breakdown. Friday games. Mountain West Championship game, number 22 UNLV at number 11 Boise State. Boise State minus 3.5. Ashton Genty hopefully gets 3 touchdowns in this game.
I mean, I'm riding with Boise State. We've been riding with them all year. They've already beat UNLV. Where's this game at?
This is at Boise State.
Oh, love Boise State for sure. All right, Saturday slate. We have the first game of the day is going to be the Big 12 championship game, number 18 Iowa at 16 Arizona State. Arizona State is 2.5-point favorites in this one.
This game is nuts because Arizona State was predicted to be the very last place team in the Big 12, and now they're playing for the chance to win it all.
They had Herm Edwards last year, right?
Yeah.
Like, what a turnaround to, like, be in the championship game of a new conference in the first year. Like, they got it going on down there. It's just so crazy that, like, Arizona State or Iowa State's about to get in and have a bye.
Right? How many good teams in the Big 12, and none of them are playing in the Big 12 championship game?
Weird year.
Especially with the type of year BYU, all these schools have had, and you're not even hearing from. All right, SEC championship game, number 7 Georgia at number 3 Texas. Texas minus 2.5 point.
I like Texas minus 2.5. It's going to be a very tough game because they play in Atlanta, so it's essentially another home game for Georgia. They play at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, so the home game. But I think Georgia has some pretty significant losses this year, and I think Texas is definitely a better team. Look to see Arch Manning get out there and make some plays, hopefully, if we're lucky. So
I love that they're throwing him in. I love that they got some packages sprinkled in for him. Right? I love seeing him out there. One that doesn't like seeing him out there is Quinn Ewers.
He's got to go to the league no matter what this year because he's not playing next year. No chance. All right, the Big Ten championship game for Penn State at 1 Oregon. Oregon is 3.5-point favorites. Love that. One thing about this game, though, is it's in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis because it's the Big Ten championship game. So Oregon is going all the way to Indianapolis for their championship game, but Penn State is like coming from the other direction. But the distance, that has to be the furthest distance between two schools in any conference championship game ever. The only other school I think that could maybe beat this is if Hawaii was ever in a conference championship game. Other than that, like, this has to be
the
furthest distance between same conference champion. Like, it's insane. It's like 5,000 fucking miles. I don't know exactly, but like, it's a lot of fucking miles.
But once again, James Franklin playing in a big game. Let's see if he can pull it off.
No way.
I just don't think he can.
No way they would. No way he wins. No way.
ACC championship game, number 12 Clemson at number 9 SMU. Will Dabo be dabbing?
Fuck, dude. If he makes it to the college football playoffs, we got to bring that clip of us up of that first game, dude, where we're like, he's fired. For sure gone. He's fired. But, like, he's in the fucking championship game, dude. That just goes to show you how trash the ACC is. Like, it's Clemson versus SMU. SMU's first year in the ACC, and they're almost running the table. Like, shitty conference.
NFL Week 14 preview.
Man, Thursday night game, Amazon Prime does it again. They got the Packers at Lions, Detroit 3.5-point favorites. I mean, this is the matchup the NFC North has been waiting for all year. These are well, actually, I don't know. Minnesota might be better. But anyways, Thursday night, great fucking matchup. Lions at home, love them -3.5.
All right, Sunday slate kicks off with the Raiders at the Buccaneers, Las Vegas +7. I love the points. Taking on Baker Mayfield. I think we got a chance.
Yeah, I like the Raiders money line in this one. AOC's playing well. Hopefully the Raiders get this W.
We're tanking, man.
I honestly think if, like, AOC looked fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, if he plays all... AP fucked up, dude. Should have played him all year.
AOC all year.
Play him all year. Mm-hmm. Gardner Minshew was not doing anything like that at all the entire fucking year. I think AP's got to go, too. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be
the more, like, this season goes on, the more I'm thinking, like...
I mean, there was a crazy thing from the Amazon Prime game. After the game, they're interviewing AP. And they're asking him about the play, and he's all like, "I didn't even see it."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You didn't see it. You're a fucking coach. You didn't see the fucking play on them. What do you mean?
Right.
The fuck were you looking at?"
Yeah, I just don't know if he's the guy, dude.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what else were you looking at if you didn't see the fucking play?
He is a defensive coach, though.
Still,
so,
though, game awareness, my man.
Yeah, you got it now. It's the last play of the game.
Yeah, unbelievable.
He's got to go, dude.
Saints at Giants, New Orleans -4 at the Giants, not looking good.
Who knows who's going to be the quarterback this week? We got Vito or
DC
whoever.
MVP.
The Saints suck, though.
That's exactly.
I got to take a -4 because the Giants are in such disarray.
Yeah. I think the Giants are tanking too.
Yeah. Up next, we got Browns at Steelers. Pittsburgh -6.5. I'm taking Browns +6.5 because they always play to their competition.
That's true.
Like, even though it's in Pittsburgh and probably shitty weather this time of year, I'm taking Browns +6.5 in this one.
That last game they played, that was in Cleveland? Oh, shit. So, yeah, Steelers probably going to be for worse weather.
Yeah.
All right, Falcons at Vikings, Minnesota -4.5. I like Sam Darnold to keep it rolling, keep the wins coming. And you might see Michael Penix. Who knows?
I don't think this game we do, if we do, it might be like, I think Kirk Cousins definitely starting maybe like halfway through the game if he's absolutely terrible. I do think Kirk Cousins might have a pretty good game, though, just because he's playing the
revenge
Vikings.
game.
So
absolutely.
It's like,
revenge game.
Yeah. Well, so we'll see what happens with
I
that.
completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Revenge factor. All right, Panthers at Eagles,
dude.
Philadelphia -12. 12 points is a lot of points in the NFL. Bryce Young has been doing better. Can they cover?
I think I like Carolina +12.
I like the Carolina +12.
I do like Carolina +12.
Just the way they've been playing lately, I think 12 is a lot of points in the NFL.
And Bryce Young's been looking decent. Adam Thielen's out there balling those catches he's having. So,
and I do think the Eagles do play down to their competition every once in a while.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the one game Sirianni almost lost in the game. They're up by like 30 points. He's going for 2 and shit. So I like this one staying a little closer than it looks like.
Jets at Dolphins, Miami -6.5. Aaron Rodgers not rebounding. Dolphins playing at home.
And it'll be nice and warm for them. So they're going to play well. They're going to get the win. That's how it goes.
Seahawks at Cardinals, division rivalry. Arizona -2.5. Geno Smith still struggling.
We'll see if Kyler Murray comes out this week and has a better week than last week. They will be at home. Seahawks always have a tough defense, though. So we'll see how this one plays out.
Bills at Rams. Buffalo -4.5. Playing in Southern California. Weather not going to be a factor.
Yeah, you go from the snow game to SoCal. Like, awesome. Rams, I feel like, keep games close, but the Bills are just playing so well right now in all facets of the game. So definitely go with Bills -4.5.
Absolutely. Josh Allen putting together MVP season.
Yeah. Bears at 49ers. Bears are 5.5-point underdogs. I love the Bears money line in this one. We got the new coach, so you know what that means with the new coach.
New coach effect.
We're getting the dub. I will be on location for this game, so look out. They're going to get the win. I don't go to Bears games and they lose. I go to Bears games and they win. So Bears money line, let's fucking go.
49ers still no Christian McCaffrey. They're going to be looking tough scenario for them.
Hell yeah. And unlike you, I want to win.
Sunday night, Chargers at Chiefs. Chargers +3.5. Chiefs are sputtering right now. I like the Chargers with the
They're
points.
10-1.
All right. I shouldn't say sputtering. Do you know 9 out of their last 11 games have been one-score games?
Yes, I do. They know how to win.
So I feel the one score, 3.5 points. You get that 3 scores. I love the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they play tight games all the way till the end.
This year, yeah, they have, yeah. And the Clippers, Chiefs, fuck. I'm done, dude. This needs to end.
Bengals at
This needs to end now.
Bengals at Cowboys. Cincinnati -6 Monday night game. This is going to be the animation game, the Homer Simpsons game.
And you know, like, why we're getting such a shit game on Monday and they're not flexing anything? It's because
of
the
that Simpson
stupid
game.
fucking Homer Simpson game. So now no one's going to watch either of them because it's 2 shit teams. I mean, we're still watching it. We're still going to watch it, but...
All right, that's a wrap for this episode of Spark It Up Sports. Thanks for watching. Like, follow, subscribe.
Reminder to our loyal fans, the podcast is released every Thursday. You can find the video on YouTube. Audio can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Let us know what you think in the comments. A lot of good interactions out there. Go Bears.
Go Raiders.
Go Broncos.
Roll State.